If you like cricket, you're going to love this video. It's got the lot. There's the greatest one-day innings of all time.
A real cracker of a shot.
The most devastating bowling performances.
Bowled him. 9 wickets for Malcolm.
The most incredible catches.
Hits it and nails it, but how good a catch is that?
Record-breaking batting.
That'll do. That will do nicely.
Bruce Reid. There it goes. It's in the gap. It's going over towards the boundary. It's 4 runs, and Lamb pulls off a ridiculous victory. What a performance by Owen Lamb.
Breathtaking hat-tricks.
Big appeal. He's got him.
There's a nightmare over. And oh yes, I shall be chatting to this chap at his home.
And that's a gorgeous shot. Down the wicket, over the top.
Yes, many of the finest and funniest cricket moments all on one video. Let's start with the greatest run machine there's ever been, the one and only Sir Donald Bradman. It was here at Headingley that he set a world batting record when he was just 21. The Don averaged an unbelievable 100 every third innings that he played, and once scored 309 runs in a day here at Headingley in 1930 on the way to his world record of 334. It was the Don who set the standards. And then came a young Yorkshireman to create a new record that was to last for 20 years. For me, one of the finest batsmen that ever lived, Len Hutton. Len set the new record of 364 in the 5th Test match against Bradman's Australia at the Oval in 1938. He batted for 13 hours and 17 minutes and hit 35 fours on what was a placid pitch. It helped England to a total of 903 for 7 declared, and they won by an innings and 579 runs. From then on, Len was King of Yorkshire. In 1958, Sir Len's record was finally beaten by the most gifted all-rounder ever to set foot on a cricket field, the untouchable Garfield Sobers. Garfield was not only a magnificent batsman, but a fantastic bowler who could send down all types of deliveries, from pace and swing to spin. Sobers was also a wonderful fielder who held 109 Test catches. He set the new record of 365 not out against Pakistan in Jamaica. Amazingly, it was his first Test 100. In 1996, Garfield Sobers' world record was broken by another West Indian, the brilliant Brian Lara. Brian took the English attack apart in Antigua, scoring 35 fours during a faultless innings in which he faced 536 balls. His complete dominance of the England bowlers drove the West Indian fans balmy. This was the flashing boundary shot that brought up his first century.
That will do nicely.
Sir Gary, who had set his record 36 years earlier, was among the spectators as Lara came out at the start of play on the third day with 320 runs to his name and needing just 46 runs to set a new record.
Very nervous. I played a few terrible shots before that, but I wanted to get there. That was the main thing. And when I leveled it, I know, well, if I ever shared a record with Sir Gary Sobers, that was great enough for me. And when I passed it, well, it was unbelievable.
He's gone for the pole, and there it is. Brian Lara has done it. The new world record holder is Brian Charles Lara of Trinidad and Tobago.
Lara was finally caught by wicketkeeper Jack Russell for 375. He had batted just 6 minutes short of 13 hours before coming off the pitch in what was a carnival atmosphere. Just 4 months later, Lara created another astonishing record when he became the first batsman to score 500 runs in a single inning. That was the record-creating shot in the final minute of the match for Warwickshire against Durham. His historic knock included 62 fours and 10 sixes. That'll take some beating. Finally, in this record breakers section, a third West Indian batsman. This time it's the awesome Vivian Richards, scoring the fastest Test century in history against England on his home island of Antigua. Vivian had, by his standards, been having a quiet series against England in this 1985-86 series when he suddenly cut loose on his favourite ground of St John's. He rushed to his century of just 56 balls. No matter where England bowlers pitched the ball, he usually managed to dispatch it to the boundary. John Embry and Richard Ellison were among those who suffered. And Viv's old Somerset teammate and pal Ian Botham was also given the big bat treatment. This was one of 6 sixes that decorated his innings, the ball disappearing into the top tier of the stand. When he completed his hurricane century with a perfectly controlled sweep for 4 off middle stump, Viv celebrated. And of course, so did his West Indies supporters. It was a fantastic display of mighty hitting, and it produced the fastest century ever seen in a Test match. No wonder they called him the Master Blaster. From great batting to great bowling, the most famous bowling figures in cricket history are Jim Laker's 10 for 53. These were his figures in the second innings against Australia at Old Trafford in 1956. It took his match all to an unbelievable 19 wickets for just 90 runs. The film of Australia getting lakered has not worn well, but the record seems to get better with time. We joined the action on the last day.
Now comes the breakthrough. Mackay has caught Oakman, bowled Laker.
Oakman.
Next to go is Keith Miller, out for a duck, bowled Laker.
And he bowled.
Victim number 6 is Archer, caught Oakman, bowled Laker.
Oakman.
All this time, MacDonald is batting well, but when he's hit 89, he too becomes bowled Laker. 7 wickets so far to Laker, and now it's Benno, bowled Laker.
He bowled him.
198 for 8, and all 8 bowled Laker. And 20 minutes later, Linville too falls to the leg trap, bowled Laker.
He caught him, is he? Is he out? No. Yes, he's out. He's given out, waiting for the appeal.
Can Laker get all 10? That's the question everyone's asking as he bowls to Maddox.
Yeah, he's out. 10 wickets to Laker.
And it's Australia, bowled Laker.
Now forward some 43 years to the second man to take all 10 Test wickets, Anil Kumble for India against Pakistan.
He's given him out. Leg before.
He's bowled him. He's played on. A loose shot again binds him on.
That shot as well.
Again struck on the pads. He's given him this time. So wickets falling in a hurry here. That's number 4.
He's got him. Off the outside edge. He's given him, yes. Went off glove. Anil Kumble has taken number 6.
Oh, yes!
He's bowled him.
That's up in the air. Taken. Too much for Mustaq. That's a lovely delivery that would have tested any top order batsman. Number 8 for Anil Kumble. Again wrapped in the pads. Up goes the finger. There's no doubt about that. That is quicker through the air. Anil Kumble has picked up 9 wickets here.
That's it. Bat bad. Anil Kumble has become the first Indian bowler to capture 10 wickets in an innings. It's been a wonderful performance by Anil Kumble.
Brilliant bowling from Anil Kumble. 10 wickets in an innings, that is not a very easy thing to do. He's only the second man ever to do that. Jim Laker of England did it a long, long time ago.
Here comes a 9 out of 10 performance. I bet the South Africans didn't realise what they were in for when this bouncer hit Devon Malcolm on the helmet.
Devon gave Fani de Villiers a couple when he batted. And there's the reply. Good morning, Devon.
He vowed he would make them pay for it. Oh dear.
I think Devon means business.
Out. Caught and bowled him. Well, Kirsten was turned inside out in those 3 deliveries. What a start for England. And convincing. Got him. Well, Peter Kirsten, a second failure. Caught by Philip de Freitas and 2 wickets for Devon Malcolm. Bowled him. Pitched it up. Got his reward. And a miserable match for Cronje. What a sight. Stumps awry. 3 wickets for Malcolm. Got him. It's worked. It nearly did the ball before. And that might just be the crucial breakthrough. Vessels goes for 28, 73 for 4. Caught him. Caught him. Graham Thorpe, the end of Macmillan. Oh God, he's got 6. What a day. What a day for Devon Malcolm. Well, he's done it again. A great catch by Steve Rhodes. Wonderful piece of cricket there. One of the most fiery deliveries you'll see in a long, long time. Around. It's gone. And another one. And another one. 8 for Devon Malcolm. Another catch for Rhodes to get rid of Rhodes. Bowled him. 9 wickets for Malcolm. Last Englishman to get 9 in England was Jim Laker.
We've had the greatest batsmen and the greatest bowlers. And now for the cricketers with the golden hands. They say that catchers win matches. And here comes a collection of the finest you'll ever see.
And what a great catch. What a magnificent catch. Well, one is speechless. Really one of the greatest catches I think I've ever seen there at slip. That ball going so quickly.
What a marvellous catch that is. You won't see a better one than that. Johnny Dyson, way down there at third man, has taken a sensational catch to get rid of Alan Knott.
Oh, what a catch. Brilliant catch. Brilliant, brilliant catch. Mark Waugh, he's caught some stunners in this series, but nothing better than that. And that's the end of Alex Stewart. That went like a rocket.
In gully, in about 6 yards from the bat, and another wide gully. Well, there it is. It's all worked out. Needed a sensational catch to do it. One of the best you're likely to see, well, perhaps not only this summer, but any summer. Graham Gooch, again picking up a catch. 2 very good ones in the first innings. Hayden. Well, in the end, he got it. It came in very quickly, and he was partly looking into the sun, misjudged it slightly, and then took an absolute blinder. Oh, what a beauty. What an absolute beauty. Just that little bit of extra pace and bounce from Dominic Cork. And it flew. Oh, what a catch. What a magnificent catch. That was a wonderful catch to get rid of Steve James. He deflected it down the leg side of Alan Donald, and Boucher has made what seemed like yards.
What a catch. What an absolutely brilliant catch.
Well, you see many brilliant catches in the world of cricket, but I don't think you'll see anything finer than that.
Oh, what an amazing catch. I mean, that was incredible. I don't think I've seen one like that.
Everything going right for the South Africans. This is just a magnificent catch.
Hit it well. Hit it very well and brilliantly caught. What a catch that was. Darren Gough down at long leg. He's hurt himself in the process. Well, that really was a brilliant catch by the Yorkshireman. Well, he really had to take off there, Darren Gough. And the way that head bangs into the turf, no wonder he looked dazed.
Catch. Oh, what a catch. Absolutely magnificent. It was for all the world going to bounce some 20 yards inside the boundary rope. And Robert Croft has gone now, brilliantly caught by Jonty Rhodes at short cover. What about that? That is as good as you will see. I'll swear he slipped and the ball was past him. And Jacques Kallis has gone to what might be a match-turning catch. A wonderful exhibition of fielding from Mark Ramprakash.
This is a very special score here at Headingley. The 149 not out scored by Ian Botham for England against Australia back in 1981, when he was showing this sort of tremendous power.
And that's a gorgeous shot. Down the wicket, over the top, into the pavilion, 6 runs. My word, I'm pleased I wasn't in the way of that one.
That was the day that Both nearly knocked my head off. I decided he owed me a guest appearance on my video. And so I went to meet up with one of England's greatest ever cricketers. Here we are in Squire Botham's grounds, tucked away in one of Yorkshire's most beautiful areas. This is where Both likes to relax away from his hectic new life as a Sky television commentator. Ian decides that we're best off having our head-to-head chat in his games room.
And I've been thinking, when did we first meet?
Good God, first one, what are you thinking, Dickie? That's worried me. We must go back 20-odd years now.
Oh, boy, I think... I remember in the early days, I said then, when I first saw you play, I mean, I said you play for England then.
Did you?
And,
Did you have a bet?
For all right. I said, this lad will play for England. I was proved right.
Speaking of having a bet, it was when we were at, was it York Races?
Oh, that was a good night.
My horse was running, and I said, Dickie, so he comes up and he goes, Dickie, I'll never forget this as long as I live. He goes, Ian, come here. He goes, how's this horse going to do? And I said, well, it's going to, I think it's got a good chance. He says, whoa. So he goes to the tote, and he comes back. He says, they won't take 50 pence each way.
That's right. Because I'd never put a bet on in my life. And I went to Both, and I said, Both, how do I go on here? How do you put a bet on? And I went and I put 50p on it. They don't check it. They said, that's not enough.
You
can't put a bet on.
Actually, it saved you a quid, though. It didn't win.
That's right. It saved me a quid. That's right. Tremendous.
Goodness me.
I don't think we've ever replaced your England, and I think that's the big problem, because that all-rounders position, which is so important, mate. And we haven't. We were a bit spoilt, though, weren't we, in the 80s? You had Hadley, Imran Khan, myself. There was Kepel Dev. There was quite a few around, but they don't usually come in pods like that. But the one thing about it as well, in Test match cricket, the characters have gone out at game, and you and Lammy were tremendous. There was always something happening in the middle. I mean, I've come in from square leg, and you've put Chinese crackers down and jumping crackers there, the big going off and things like that, which, you know, today, I mean, you played with a smile on your face, and you performed, your performances were there, you had a smile on your face, you had a laugh, you had a joke, and that's what it's all about. But that seems to have gone now.
Yeah, but that's to me sad, because sport, I believe that the Aussies, that's why I always used to play, love playing against the Australians, because I felt they played it the same way, and I think the South Africans do. And they play it hard on the field, but at the end of the day, stumps are drawn, you go out to the dressing room. If we've been in the field all day, the Aussie boys will come in with a couple of beers, and you sit down, you have a couple of beers. And I, for one, am convinced I learnt more from people sitting in the dressing room in my early days with Dennis Lilly, Rod Marsh, the Chappells, just by listening to them in the dressing room. I might not agree with everything they say, but just to listen to them, you learn more than you ever do from an MCC coaching book. And now you hear people say, oh, it's not professional to do that. So they're telling me that Dennis Lilly and Rod Marsh weren't hard professionals. They were great guys. I mean, I can remember Rod Marsh and myself, and we played at Adelaide, and there was Marsh and myself, and it got to about 10 o'clock at night, and we're still in the dressing room. And we suddenly thought, well, we better go. You know, we better leave here. So we've gone down from the dressing room, and they've locked everything up. And the security dogs, these great big Rottweilers, are wandering around. There's Marshy and myself climbing over this fence and trying to avoid the Rottweilers. And what a performance getting out the ground. And then there was another time we played the World Cup semi-final, which was a bit of a debacle, as it turned out, when we that ridiculous rain rule, and South Africa had to get 32 off one ball or something stupid. And it was the only time I've actually sat in a dressing room where it's been absolutely flat, and neither side really appreciated the situation. But we sat in there, and again, it was about 2 o'clock in the morning. It was a day-night game, so it didn't finish till 10:30. At 2:30 in the morning, we go to leave the ground, and we're locked in. And Lammy had this new car that he just scrounged off some dealership in, you can imagine Lammy, right? He scrounged it off some dealership in Sydney. And they've locked the gates, and they've got these bloody great chains on. So Lammy says, we can't get out. I said, we can. I said, just go up to the gate, Lammy, and just push gently, and the chain will pop off. And he goes up, and he's got this new car, and he goes up, and and nothing happens. I said, Lammy, get out the seat. I said, I'll show you how you do it. And he said, what are you going to do? I said, Jesus Christ, you can't do this. That's my new car. So I get in the car, and I said, let's say you do it, Lammy. And I revved it up. First gear, whoomp, hit this gate at about 30 miles an hour. The chain went flying, the gates went flying. I said, not a problem, Lammy. Oh, Jesus, my car is out there with a hanky.
No,
it wasn't a mark on it.
Tremendous story.
Wasn't a mark on it.
Marvellous.
But they don't happen nowadays.
That's what I said. And you enjoyed it, Lammy enjoyed it, David Gower, you had a laugh. And you were successful with it as well. That's the main thing, weren't you, Ian?
Well, if you go to work...
Success, I mean, you played hard on the field.
Of course you do.
But played hard. And that, like Lily and Marshy, as you said, and Gregory and Chappell, people like this. And you had success. But I mean, I always remember the test match at Edgbaston. your golden year of that in the 80s when you beat the Aussies on your own.
I don't think,
But
Bob
never,
Willis would agree with you there.
well, I think you did anyway. I won't change, but I'll never forget the Edgbaston test when Aussies were 89 for 3. Needed 139 to win. And I remember out at square leg and Braley come up to me. He says, "What do you think, Dickie?" I said, "Well, I think you've had it, Captain."
Okay, yeah, that's good, yeah. Good positive thinking, Dickie. Yeah.
89 for 3, they only needed 139, you know.
The wicket wasn't doing much either, was
Not
it?
doing nothing, flat as a pancake. And I said, well, he said, what would you do? I said, well, toss them up, we can let them get these runs quick, we can all be up that motorway. He said, no, I said, I'm going to bring Bothon, he said, at City End at Edgbaston. I said, well, I think you need a miracle here. And I mean, you respected Braley so much, and you know what I mean. And anyway, you took your sweaters off, and I remember saying...
I didn't want to bowl.
No, you didn't.
I said to him, look, we needed to make a breakthrough. Why don't you try Peter Willie? I said, try him for a couple. So he gives it a rip and see if he gets a wicket. He says, no. He says, you have a bowl. So I came up the City End.
That's right.
But the thing was, if you remember, the thing was the crowd.
I
got a wicket.
I've never had anything like
it. It was amazing, wasn't it?
5 wickets for 1 run. I never moved from square leg, me.
The Aussies came out, they were like this.
They were like that. And the pitch was flat, but the crowd, I've never at any, a football match, international football, rugby, whatever, test match, I've never heard the crowd that day. I thought it was one of the best days cricket in a test match that afternoon. I mean, my memory, Ian, of course, was that test match in 81. But I mean, I did other test matches that year, but I didn't do the Headingley test, which of course was a marvellous test, and that must stand probably. Does it stand in one of your, if you're looking back?
Well, I think 81 people, the Headingley test was unique in the sense that we came back from a position where we were dead and buried. We had nowhere to go, and with only 130 wanted, the wicket wasn't doing that much. A little uneven, but nothing that should really worry a top performing side. I mean, once Bob Willis, who's really the main threat for England because of his pace and bounce on that wicket, if they saw him off, you felt the Australians would cruise to victory. But Bob had other ideas, and everyone talks about that being Botham's. That game, if any, I think Bob Willis deserved a man of the match as well. I mean, I think we should have perhaps had one each.
Lovely shot. And there is the 100 partnership between Ian Botham and Graham Dilley.
Then they're looking for that, let alone chasing it. It's going straight into the confectionery stall and out again. Safely away for 4. That's a splendid 100. A great innings by Ian Botham.
Magnificent stroke. This man who has become, once again, a national hero.
A hero indeed. But even so, the Australians needed only 130 to win. Into the breach stepped Bob Willis.
Oh, what a good catch. Everything is running for Botham. Oh, good catch. Super catch that.
He's got a touch on it, he's gone. In the air, Dilley is underneath it. And he's got it! Yes, he's got a touch and he's gone. Willis has taken his 6th wicket.
Oh, what a good catch. Bowl him. It's all over. And it is one of the most fantastic victories ever known in Test cricket history.
No, I think the 81 series, the Test match for me, I think the Edgbaston one because the bowling had an atmosphere. But from a batting point of view, the Old Trafford innings was by far a superior knock.
In the air and 6. In the air. And again. And that drew Alderman into the trap. Now, that was just about the best shot both of them's played today. In the air for 6.
And the whole of Old Trafford rising to its feet to acclaim yet another memorable, magnificent performance from Ian Bolton.
One time I remember it was at Edgbaston, West Indies, and Malcolm had, I thought he'd bowled too many anyway, whether he hadn't or not, and I told my colleague at square leg and the captain, I said first warning, and then he didn't take any notice, and you were batting, and Paul Downton was batting. Yeah. Of course, Paul was ducking and weaving, he was getting hit, you see, so I gave him second warning, and I said to Clive Lloyd, I want you here, captain. What do you want? I said. So he come over, I said, look, that's his second, it's official, if he does any more, he might as well go, he's finished, he might go have a shower. Right. I said, because that's it, you know the law. He says, we're bowling half volleys, he said to me. Now, Boff, who were hooking these out of sight, Boff overheard this and Boff whispered in my ear, he said, keep quiet, Dickie, keep quiet, because of course, to Boff, that were, to Boff, that were just like giving a donkey strawberries.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen very often, Dickie, that you get Malcolm on a slower wicket, you see. No. So when it happens, you make the most of it.
That's what Boff said to me, keep quiet.
But no, he was a great bowler.
Great bowler.
And also a great lad. And
yeah.
No, don't worry, he cleaned me up a few times.
Oh, no,
he got me back.
He got you back, yeah. But the thing is, if I were a young cricketer now coming along, the first thing I would do, I'd buy him both of them a pint of beer to pick his brains for help.
A glass of wine?
A glass of red wine, I said for David Gower, David with his wine. Yeah. But that's what I would do, mate. I'd pick your brains, me, because of I mean, not only a tremendous about ability. As I say, it's people like you what comes once in a lifetime, like George Best in football. Like, I was a tremendous admirer of Len Hutton. I thought Len was a great player in that era. And I think they come, don't they? It's once in a lifetime.
Enjoy them when they're here.
Enjoy them when they're here, mate. Aye, that's it. But you look back and people will say, well, you had a tremendous career at which I enjoyed my umpiring, and I always tried to treat you all as professional men. We had a joke, we had a laugh, and I think in return you respect me the same way. And people say this and that, and say, what, would you like to have, what else would you like to have done? I said, I'd like to be in an Ian Botham.
That's good fun.
I'd have liked to be in an Ian
Ups and downs, but it's been good fun.
Now we come to some of the more memorable moments in cricket. And first up is the great Don Bradman, with the most famous duck in Test history. It was the Don's last innings at the end of the greatest batting career of all time.
He comes in. Well, it's a wonderful reception. The whole crowd is standing, and the England team are joining in, and led by Yardley. 3 cheers for the Don as he gets to the wicket.
And now here's Hollies to bowl to him from the Vauxhall end. No runs. Hollies pitches the ball up slowly and he's bowled.
Just 4 runs would have taken him to the perfect Test average of 100 runs per innings. What a way to go. England had to wait 19 years before taking the Ashes back from the Australians in 1953. It was fitting that the terrible twins Dennis Compton and Bill Edrich were together at the wicket at the Oval when the winning hit was made.
Not in 1 stroke, or 4 runs to get. No, is it the Ashes? Yes, England have won the Ashes.
England won their first series in Australia in 22 years in 1954-55, mainly due to the lightning-fast bowling of Frank Typhoon Tyson. He took 28 wickets in England's 3-1 victory when producing what many still consider the fastest bowling ever seen in an Ashes contest. The oval pitch looked like a beach as Derek Underwood mopped up the Australian batting with a magnificent display of spin bowling in 1968. He had everybody around the wicket in close catching positions during a dramatic battle against the clock after rain had threatened to wash out the game.
So Mallet is out, second ball, 3 to get. 10 men round the bat. Doesn't matter about the 4s or 6s, runs don't matter at all. Ooh, he's out, is he caught? Look at Brown, look at Dave Brown, he's gone, and that was a better catch. More difficult because he had to go right low for it. Oh, what a day is Dave Brown having. And Underwood too.
Coming in round the wicket this time, Underwood. And he got him, bowled him, off stump, knocked out of the ground. And Australia are 120 for 9 with just 1 wicket to go and 10 minutes and a half left. Inverarity has been there for 4 hours, 10 minutes, a superb innings for his country. Appeal, he's out! He's out, WW! England have won, and the series is drawn. Underwood has taken 7 wickets for 50 runs. Being completely mobbed.
The Australians, and quite a few of England's batsmen, will tell you that Dennis Lillee and Jeff Thomson were even faster than Frank Tyson when they exploded on the Ashes scene in the 1970s.
And he could be, that may have been off the bat. And he's caught. Greg Chappell. Lillee to Amos. And the peel for caught behind, he's out.
And Colin Cowdrey discovered that Big Max Walker gave great support.
A bad shot. Out. And that was a nasty one. Edridge didn't move there. It wasn't, I should think, it couldn't be termed a bouncer. England bowled. That's the vital break.
Was there ever better timing for a century of centuries than by Jeff Boycott in front of his own supporters at Headingley in 1977?
That's it. That's a half volley through mid-on for 4. The bat goes in the air. The England players come out to applaud what really has got to be a moment here of cricket history.
Now we're back with Master Blaster Viv Richards and his astonishing one-day international 100 at Old Trafford in 1984, when he almost played and beat England on his own. His close pal Ian Botham was among those on the receiving end.
No problem, a single anywhere he wants it, and that he decided was once again on the leg side. He's made it into 4, which takes him on to 103. And what a great innings this has been. 103 out of 173, with wickets tumbling all around him. He's only received 112 balls, 12 fours in it, and the 7th time he's made 100 in limited over cricket. Much to the great joy of Viv Richards, who's immediately put him into the crowd for 6. Oh, that's a real cracker of a shot. Soared away into the far distance there, right smack into the middle of the crowd. So 150 goes on the board for Viv Richards, holding down the wicket to shake him by the hand. Means that's gone a magnificent 6 right over the top. And as you might expect, it ended with a 4. Richards' bat held high. One of the great innings of one-day cricket. 189 not out, and he alone is responsible for putting West Indies in such a very strong position.
There are few more exciting things in Test cricket than a hat-trick. Here comes a cracker from Dominic Cork against the West Indies.
Oh, that's the first wicket of the day. Dominic Cork has the knack of making things happen.
2 wickets in 2 balls. Junior Murray did nothing more than just shuffle his front foot across in front of the stumps. Well, it's another good shout. He's done it! Dominic Cork has a hat-trick. Carl Hooper has gone OBW first ball. What an effect this man, Dominic Cork, is having on this game of cricket.
And here's a great Darren Gough hat-trick against Australia in Sydney in 1999.
Darren Gough, has he done it again? Yes, he has. 4th test in Melbourne. He won't improve on that today. We saw it in the Melbourne test, and Darren Gough has done it again. Darren Gough on a hat-trick. Colin Miller is the man to try and stop him. Got it! Got it! Well deserved. A magnificent delivery from Darren Gough. Knocked the stumps over twice. Dismissed Ian Healy. They're the 3 he will remember the rest of his life.
I doubt if there was ever a better first ball bowled in a test match in England than this one by Shane Warne that completely baffled Mike Gatting. And I was just as amazed as I confirmed the disbelieving Gatting was out.
I suppose can't believe it. First ball, lethal. Now, was that some of the sharp turn that Ian Chappell was describing to us before Shane Warne had the ball in his hand? It's in the book. Mike Gatting bowled Warne 4.
I think for a moment that Mike Gatting must have felt that it perhaps hit the keeper and went back onto the stumps. It was a perfectly pitched leg spinner, pitching just outside leg with a little bit of curve, and that's a beautiful delivery. Not a bad one to start with.
Coming up now, lots of wickets. And we start with the chief executioner, Curtly Ambrose.
First runs for England. Oh, trouble here, trouble. This is absolute disaster for England. And that really is a complete tragedy. That's out. Robin Smith has gone. What more can you ask? Curtly Ambrose knows it's out. That's a thin little nick from Graham Hick. And this man Ambrose can do absolutely no wrong whatsoever.
That's it. Wicket number 5. Curtly Ambrose strikes once more. That's gone. 6 out. Brian Lara takes the catch. That's gone. Simmons takes the catch, a second slip. And that's it. Curtly Ambrose strikes again. Graham Thorpe is bowled. Ambrose plucks out the stumps once more, and England are 40 for 8. That's gone. Comfortable catch, catching practice. Brian Lara takes it with no bother whatever. England are 45 for 9 with Caddick going for 1. Early morning overcast, but it's broken. And that's in the air. Benjamin down there for it. The match is over. The West Indies have won.
But England managed to have the last laugh. They skittled the West Indies in the 4th test to become the first visiting team to win a test match in Barbados for 59 years.
He's out. West Indies have lost a wicket. Jimmy Adams goes. Gone with him. Night watchman out.
It wasn't just the quickies who did the damage. Graham Hick and Phil Tufnell also chipped in with vital wickets. It was a day skipper Mike Atherton and his men will never forget.
It's in the air and he's gone this time. Ram Prakash makes no mistake. That's gone high in the air. Alex Stewart's the man underneath it.
and takes the catch.
He's gone. Haynes out to Tufnell. West Indies have lost their 9th wicket. And that's it. All over. England have won.
Now it's down under for a rare England success against Australia in Melbourne.
Very close. He's given him. Well, there you are. That stayed down. Slater knew himself.
Going to be Alan Mullally.
It's in the air. Safely caught.
Quite a good attack as that one's in. Oh, what a catch! What a catch! He's got it. Ram Prakash all fired up there. Come on, lads, he's saying. Another one or two of those and we could just swing this one. What a catch. Full length, dive to his right. Beautiful catch.
Mullally drops it short. Good bouncer. Mr. Mayer hits it and nails it, but how good a catch is that?
Oh, well bowled. That might be the start of something special. Graham hit the man that's taken the catch. Mark Warner's gone.
Weeman, Nixon, he's gone. Yes, he has, and it's 5 for 140. Round the wicket, Weeman slashing. There was a big nick. He's got him. Yes, he's gone. That's 6 for 140. He takes the catch. This game is alive and kicking. Oh, that's close this time. He's given him. Yes, he's given him. It's 7 for 140. Headley could be a hero. He's got him. He's gone. It's 8 for 161. They're still in it, England. And Headley's got it again. He's got 6. What a performance. Goff. Got him. He's bowled him. It's 9 for 162.
He'd love to come out and hit the winning runs in a test match. Well, his chance is about to arrive.
In comes Goff. Hit him on the toe. He's given him. He's England have won. A great win for England at the MCG.
From the sublime to the ridiculous, we've seen some of the greatest moments in cricket. Now for some of the silliest. Here's an over that will give any umpire nightmares. Just have a look and a laugh at this. Oh, this is a great bit of comedy play by Kenny Benjamin. Our nightmare over now gets underway with Danny Morrison losing complete control of the ball. And here's Courtney Walsh managing to find third slip with a spectacular wide. The batsman would need telescopic arms to reach that one.
It was meant to be the slower ball again. Quite a bizarre delivery.
When you're running between the wickets, it helps to take your bat with you. Now here's an interesting decision.
Yeah, okay, that's a dead ball, isn't it? No! Umpire dead balls Robinson gives him out. Quite frankly, that ball is dead.
This is a real bump landing that led to some ribbing for Sri Lanka's well-girthed Ranatunga. But I reckon it was England's Derek Pringle who ate all the pies. And here's the evidence. I think that Derek has heard that many hands make light work. I've seen some great drama in cricket, but none to compare with what's coming up now. We start with what was, without any doubt, the most exciting finish to any test in history. It's the first ever tie. We join it at the start of the final 8-ball over.
Wesley Hall bowling the first ball of the last over. They're going to run for anything. They sprint home for a single, and it's 5 to win. Back now with Hall for the second ball. Benno snicks and he's out, caught by Alexander. The 8th Australian wicket has fallen, and either side can still win the match. Benno scored a splendid 52, and now it's left to Grout and Mekif with Lindsay Klein to follow. The third ball of the over. Ian Mekif, the batsman. He reaches forward and drives, but there's no run. Hall bowling the fourth ball. Mekif starts to run. Hall picks up and throws, but he misses a certain run out. The fifth ball. 4 runs to win. Grout swings, the ball goes high in the air. Hall races across and he drops the ball. A bad fielding error, and Australia needs 3 ones to win. The sixth ball. Mekif connects and the ball flies deep in the outfield. They complete a second run. The scores are level. The third run will win the match. Grout makes a great effort, but the bails go off and he's run out. The scores are tied. 1 wicket left. Hall bowling the 7th ball to Klein. Mekif is run out, and the match has finished in a tie. The first in Test history, and a fitting end to one of the greatest Test matches of all.
Runs of 6 balls to be bowled. Bruce Reid to Alan Lamb. Smash that. Coming back for the second, the throw's wide of Bruce Reid. 2 runs. That's 4. That makes it interesting. Lamb's first boundary of 99 deliveries faced, and what a time to hit a 4. Bruce Reid. Swung that. At 6, is it? That's a big hit. It's somewhere over there. I can't see it. It's gone. It's gone for 6. A magnificent hit. Australia need a wicket. Smash. Wellham Fields. Just the single. There's the throw. They're going through. It's an overthrow. What a time for an overthrow. There's another one. Oh dear, just at the wrong time. The wheels falling off. A little bit of panic.
Lamb is just querying something with the umpire. I think he probably wants to make sure how many balls to come. I would think that that's the thing that he wants to know. There are 2 to come, Alan, and England want 4 for victory.
Big danger is down fine leg. There's nobody down fine leg. A nick over the top of the keeper. In comes Bruce Reid. There it goes. It's in the gap. It's going over towards the boundary. It's 4 runs, and Lamb pulls off a ridiculous victory. What a performance by Alan Lamb.
Thanks, Lammy. Well, I couldn't ask for a better finish to my video. Thanks for your company. See you at cricket, the greatest game in the world.